you know exactly what I'm about to say, I'm sure, but I am Mallory Paulina from SAHMallorie. I post all kinds of homemaking and cleaning content, and today's video is going to be a deep clean with me. It's not going to be the normal picking up toys and wiping down counters. Here, go get your chair, buddy. We're going to go ahead and skip past all that because I really need to wipe down. I know at least this fan needs to be wiped down. The walls haven't, very sweet. The walls haven't been wiped down in who knows how long. And now that the weather's a lot nicer, we're trying to open the windows a little bit more often, but the insides of the windows are really yucky. I'm thinking about being like extra brave and moving out our oven and cleaning under there because I've literally never done that before, and I always see other people doing it in their videos and it's really gross but super satisfying. So I'd like to do that. If not in this video, I definitely plan on doing that sometime soon. So obviously the living room is a little bit of a mess right now, but like I said earlier, I didn't want this to be your typical tidy up video. So I'm going to take my daughter's magic wand and make that mess disappear. I'm sorry if that was super cheesy. It seemed like a good idea at the time. The first thing I'm starting off with after getting the living room all picked up is I'm going to take an old broom and I'm going to sweep in all the corners of the ceiling and where the walls meet just to dust any cobwebs and dust that may be up there. And then I'm going to start wiping down the ceiling fan, and I'll show you an up close in a second. It wasn't terrible, but it did have lots of dust all over it. Once I've got the ceiling fan dusted off, I'm going to move over to the window. I'm going to dust off the curtain rod because I've never done that, but it was actually pretty dusty. Then I'm going to wipe down the window, and then we're going to wipe down the inside of the window track. Like I said earlier, the weather here has been super nice, so I've been loving letting some fresh air in through the windows, but the inside of the windowsills were just so gross. And here's an up close of what the inside of the windowsill, or whatever you want to call this part, looks like. The left side wasn't too bad, but the right side, it just got worse and worse the further along you look. But this was actually extremely satisfying to clean because all of this junk right here, I couldn't just wipe off. So I had to go get my razor scraper, and it came off so easily, and it's so fun to watch. I also look at my viewfinder here in a few minutes and realize that the brightness on my camera was so high that you can hardly really tell what was going on because of the brightness from the window too. So in a second, I'm going to adjust that brightness, I promise, so you'll be able to see a little bit better. I start off using a toothbrush, an old toothbrush I promise, to try and clean out the corners of the window here, but I wind up switching over to a Q-tip and it's a little bit easier to get to it. And I do go on and clean the left window after this, but you just watched me clean the right side, so I didn't want to bore you with too much repetitiveness, and the right side was way dirtier and way more fun to watch me clean anyways, so I just cut that footage out and we're going to move on to wiping down all the walls. My goal was to wipe down every single wall in the main living area and use a magic eraser on all the little crayon marks and scuff marks that we have all over the walls. But you'll see pretty soon that that did not go as planned. I don't know what it was today, but I ran out of steam so fast. I had no motivation to keep going. So I'm going to wipe down the walls a little bit, and then we're going to try and find something else a little bit easier to do. I'm gonna have to switch gears for a minute. My arms are like turning into jello, trying to scrub so much. I've only got 2 walls, well technically like 1.5 walls completely done, but I really need to find something else to do because I'm not gonna be able to do this much longer. I might go clean under the oven, I don't know. I'm really starting to lose steam here already. It's such a gloomy, dreary day, and I have no energy right now, so this may not be the video I had imagined in my head. We may not get tons of things done today. I'm gonna try and still be productive. I think I'm gonna go do under the oven now. I'm about to Google how do you pull an oven out? Like, I don't know, do you just like pull it out and how heavy it is? update. I pulled out the stove, as you saw, and our kitchen was renovated right before we moved in. My eyebrow is red because I scratched it. Our kitchen was renovated right before we moved in. They redid the floors and everything, and apparently they didn't do directly under the stove. It's just, I pulled it out and it's just a wood under there. Like, there's no tile or anything. The rest of our kitchen floor is tile, and under there it was just wood. So I'm not even gonna bother with that because it's not like I can mop it. I don't know how to clean it. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm feeling so defeated today. I know this video's a mess. I'm probably honestly going to call it a day for right now, and I'm gonna pick back up tomorrow morning. I'm gonna rest overnight, try and think of something to do to kind of salvage this video because I know it's been a disaster. So yeah, I think I'm gonna pick back up tomorrow. Alright, now picking back up with day 2, we went and hung out with my mom earlier this day, so I'm feeling much better now, much more relaxed and energized, and it's about dinner time now, so I'm just going to pick up in the kitchen a little bit, and then we're going to cook some dinner, and then we're going to call it a video. I know it was a hot mess express, but I wanted to get at least something filmed, that way I could put out a video for you guys, because I didn't want to let you down. Tonight I'm making one of my favorite meals, and I don't know exactly what to call it. I found it on Pinterest. I call it like a chicken bacon ranch penne pasta whatever. It's a super long name. I don't know what to call it exactly, but it's super good. It's penne pasta with some chicken, some bacon bits, mozzarella cheese, Alfredo sauce, and ranch, and I think that's it. But it is really good, and today it actually is a little bit different because I hadn't placed a grocery order in a little while, so we barely had any bacon bits left and we had no chicken. So it was a little bit different this time, but it was still good. So I'm going to show you how we make that. The first thing we did was obviously get a pot of water boiling for the pasta, and then we're going to get out all the rest of the ingredients. Now while we're waiting for the water to get boiling, I'm just going to go ahead and unload some of these clean dishes that were left over, and then we're going to load the dirty dishes, and of course we always have a few things to hand wash, so we're going to get all these dishes done because we had no clean dishes hardly at all right now. And by this point the water was boiling, so I'm going to pause on the dishes real quick. We're gonna put the noodles in the boiling water. We're gonna set a timer for 11 minutes. You can do a little bit shorter if you like your noodles more firm or whatever you wanna call it, but we like our noodles less firm. That's so awkward to say, I guess. Anyways, so we're gonna set the timer for 11 minutes, and I'm going to finish up the dishes while we wait for those. And right here, you'll see me talking and laughing with my husband, and even though I've been recording at this point for probably like half an hour, he didn't realize I was recording, even though I had a tripod set up and everything. So he grabs the camera and starts just walking away with it, and I'm like, excuse you, come back here. And I thought it was hilarious, but I still don't know how he didn't realize that I had been recording this whole time. But now the pasta is done cooking, so I'm going to go ahead and drain all the water off of that, and then we're going to start mixing in all the other ingredients. Right here, I was looking at my phone. I was checking the recipe on Pinterest to make sure I was putting the right amount of stuff in, because even though we make this like probably at least once a month, I still don't even remember all the measurements. But right here, I'm putting in 1 whole jar of Alfredo sauce and 2 cups of mozzarella cheese. I had a 4-cup package, so I put about half the pack in there, and then I put the rest of the bacon bits we had left, which was hardly any because Elijah was also snacking on them behind my back while I was cleaning the kitchen. And then we're going to put in half a cup of ranch and mix that all together. And normally I stick it in the oven, but this day I just wanted it done a little bit quicker. So I leave it on the stove top and just let that get all nice and melted together. And then you fix plates and it is delicious. The kids love it. I love it. We always have plenty of leftovers. But that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. If you liked it, don't forget to give this a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Bye!